clicked on this video, it can only mean three things. Either you own a replica handbag, you're thinking of getting one, or you're just looking to see if someone agrees with you. Regardless of why you've clicked on this video, let's have a chat about it. So basically, I'm going to give you the top 3 reasons why I choose to say no to buying replica handbags. And I think this is quite a controversial topic, so I do want to make something very clear from the get-go. First of all, I have zero judgment on anyone that chooses to use replica handbags. If you choose to use or buy or gift replica handbags, do you. Like, there is seriously no judgment. I think the main thing to remember is it's not about what you wear, but how you wear it. If you're gonna buy replica handbags, wear it with pride, wear it with class, and just be true to yourself, and that is all that matters. So just as much as I choose to not judge you, I expect the same back when it comes to my opinions. Anyway, let's get into this video. So reason number 1 as to why I choose to say no to replica handbags is because I hope to be a handbag collector. So now, handbags is something that I'm very passionate about, and that is why I started this whole channel. This is why I have been collecting handbags for years now. Now, one thing about me is that me personally, I would not feel true to myself, or I would not feel like I'm doing my authentic handbags justice by buying replica handbags. And this has got nothing to do with anybody or nothing to do with being bougie. It's just that if I'm striving to be an authentic handbag collector and someone had to question the authenticity of my bags because I chose to buy a replica, I think that would really bother me. And the thing is that I'm not completely close to it. Like, I have one faux Gucci, or like a Gucci replica backpack, and I have a Burberry replica purse. But my thing is that they were both gifted to me, and I didn't go out and buy them. They were gifted to me, I used them. I am not closed off to the idea of replica handbags, but where I am in my life right now, it's important to me to envision who I want to be and the person I want to be in regards to handbags specifically. It's not someone that owns a replica at this point in my life. Now, if I had to get it as a gift, or if somehow someone sent me one or something like that, I would not be closed off to it. I would not get rid of it. I would not throw it away, because I'm not that kind of person. I'm appreciative regardless. But me personally, to go out and buy a replica handbag, I feel like it wouldn't be true to myself, and it would kind of like not make me feel like the need to consistently persist in getting the authentic bags themselves, and that's just where I'm at right now. So that's my first reason. It's just basically that I want to be an authentic handbag collector, and to be that, I cannot go out and be buying replica handbags. So point number 2, and you guys are probably thinking, wow, she seems so spoiled, right? I come from humble beginnings. I know that these things are expensive, and I know that, like, I asked on my Instagram the other day, do y'all want videos of how to be bougie on a budget? And 100% said yes. So yes, I will still be doing bougie on a budget videos, but I had this whole internal fight with myself of, do I buy a replica handbag just for content? And I just couldn't do it. It's just not who I am as a person. On that note, during my research, I found hundreds of places selling replica handbags in South Africa. I mean, it's not that hard to get your hand on one. But one thing that I must say that really surprised me is the price of these things. The cheapest Louis Vuitton replica that I found was 950 Rand. And it going up to like AAA grade replicas went all the way to about 4,000 or 5,000 Rand, if not more. Now that roughly ranges from around $80, I would say, all the way up until $400, $500. Now to me, I just couldn't wrap my head around this, right? Because I feel that if I was going to spend 1,000 to 5,000 rand on a handbag, why would I spend that on a replica when there are so many other handbag brands within that price range that are real that I could get? So if you're like, but Alicia, where are these handbags that are in that price range? There are, and I'm going to make a whole separate video on which brands in South Africa are affordable to get or are within that price range, because I have bought Guess for cheaper than 950 rand. I have bought Steve Madden for cheaper than 950 rand. I have bought South African designers for cheaper than 950 rand. So my thing is that, my point too is, if I'm going to spend my money on a handbag, why would I spend it on a replica when for that exact price, if not cheaper, I can get just a different brand that is authentic? So this is my thing. I feel like it would be better for me to have 300 Guess bags, 200 Steve Madden bags, before I would go and have a replica, because I just feel like my money would be better spent on the quality of an authentic handbag than buying the replica handbag. Now, don't get me wrong, these replica handbags are made really well these days. It's not that easy to tell the difference, but I do think that there is a quality difference. You don't see it as much anymore, but there is definitely a difference in quality, difference in material, and all of those things. So for me, if I'm going to be spending my money, my hard-earned, worked for money, then I would much rather spend that money on an authentic bag, whether that be from a different designer or not. Now, I know Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada are all really, really expensive brands, but I heard something really interesting the other day, and they were saying that that Gucci, Prada, and I think it was Gucci, Prada, and Louis Vuitton, I don't know if it was those three, but I know for a fact it was Gucci and Louis Vuitton. They were saying these brands are literally designed to make poor people think what rich people look like, if that makes sense. So rich people are not actually that invested in Louis Vuitton, Prada, Gucci, whatever. Maybe Prada, but definitely not Louis Vuitton and Gucci. There are other brands that they are more subtle and more understated that they're into. So basically, at the end of the day, they're saying that Louis Vuitton, although expensive, it's still marketed at average people, because we as average people are convinced that Louis Vuitton is where it's at, Gucci is where it's at, when as a matter of fact it might not be, or if so, it might not be the only one. So I thought that was really interesting. Another thing I saw was someone's YouTube video was named Don't Go Broke Trying to Look Expensive, and that really stood out for me, because I was like, at the price of these replica handbags, I mean 4,000 or 5,000 rand at the price of these replica handbags, you literally could go broke trying to look rich, and at the end of the day it's not even real, you know what I mean? I don't know, that really took me back, but it really shocked me as to the price of a replica handbag. Would I buy one? Would I never buy one? Let me say, I would never say never, because I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for me. I don't know if something's gonna pop up and there's gonna be a bag that I'm like, wow, that is so beautiful, and I'm not gonna find it in the authentic range, or I'm not gonna find anything that even looks remotely similar to it. Then yes, I might end up buying that replica handbag. So no, I will never say never to replica handbags, but at the place where I'm at in my life right now, I feel like I still have so much of my collection to grow that I would not spend that money on a replica. So that's just me. Then my third and final point as to why I wouldn't buy a replica handbag, and this one is quite interesting. So I'm going to link a video down below for you guys that I watched. I can't remember the name of the creator, but I'm going to link it down below. basically what she states in that video is everything you need to know before buying a replica handbag. And this I found so interesting. I watched this and I was so shocked. And the main thing that I notice a lot of people talk about when it comes to replica handbags is that you do not know what is going into making that bag. Manufacturing of replica handbags are not regulated, which means one, you don't know what chemicals are being used to make that handbag. And yeah, you can probably say, but do you even know what your real handbag's being made from? No, but to an extent it is regulated because these people are being checked on. There are requirements that they are obligated to full, whereas with the manufacturing of replica handbags there isn't such a strict requirements in place. People are cutting corners in order to cut costs, so keep that in mind. You don't know what is going into being made into these bags that you're carrying around. The other thing she spoke about was, and I think this might be a stretch, but I don't know, the counterfeit market is literally financing criminals. So, I mean, it could be a stretch, but there's literally a document stating that there is a link between the counterfeit market and terrorism, which to me is freaking insane. And I mean, I don't know if it's 100% accurate, and that's why I want you to really go and watch this video if you're considering to buy a counterfeit handbag. If things like this don't bother you, then fine, you know, that's your thing. But to me, I think there is a small part of me that feels like I don't want to be contributing to something like that, you know what I mean? And she says in the video that there literally wouldn't be a counterfeit market if there wasn't a luxury market, and that is so true. It's because of the prices of the luxury items that people want and that are being advertised and influenced that people are now forced to buy replicas to be able to fit in, you know what I mean? So yes, it is possibly the fault of the luxury market as to why the counterfeit market exists, but at the end of the day, like I said, there are choices you can make as to where your money goes. You can still be bougie on a budget without giving into replicas, and I will talk more on that in another video. But please go and watch that video. I found it extremely interesting. Do I think that it could be a stretch? 100%, but we never know. I mean, she pulled up her receipts, so definitely go and check it out. And that's basically where I stand. So those are the top 3 reasons why I choose to say no to replica handbags. I'm going to say it again. I have no judgment to anyone that chooses to use them, buy them, gift them. That is your thing. Do it with pride. Hold your head up high and, like, you know, wear it with confidence. At the end of the day, me personally, it's not my thing. It's just not my thing, and it's literally that simple. It's not that I'm trying to be bougier than I am, it's just that I'm trying to be true to the person I am now, and that person has come a long way, and so that's basically where I stand on it. I can go more into this if you guys are interested, but I think at the end of the day, the main thing is just to do what you are comfortable with, do what makes you happy, and don't accept judgment from anyone, regardless of what you decide, you know? So that's basically where I stand. Do you feel that after watching this video and doing some research that you would still be interested in replica handbags? Let me know down below. I think it'd be interesting to have this discussion. Like I said, this is a no judgment zone, so do it with pride and just keep moving forward in life. Anyway guys, that's the end of this video. Make sure you're subscribed for more handbag content. I've definitely got some interesting videos coming out. This channel is fairly new, so please share it and tell your friends to subscribe, like, comment, all the rest. I will see you guys in my next video. I love you so much. Bye.